How's it going, bros? My name is... Just kidding. Welcome back to another Minecraft video! Alright, everyone, welcome back to another video. Start really loud because being loud apparently is funny. So, here we are, y'all. This is a... Oh! I knew it. Okay, anyway, I'm in the Snow Village. I'm sure you just saw the editor. Hi, aka me. Make sure you show what happened in between episodes, aka on the stream, because... is this someone's base? Hold up. Oh, a potion stand! Okay. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. Wait, is there a tripwire? I don't see a tripwire. And I'll re-put it in when I edit the video. But anyway, here we are. So yeah, the guy said that it is actually really hard to find bases on here that have anything in them or that people actually live in. So, okay, so seeing as how this time-lapse will probably go on for a very long time, I guess I might as well do a story time, because apparently that's a thing that people can do to make filler content, I guess. So let me think. Okay, I got one. So, last year in the fall cross-country season, I got a hip injury. And what the frick is happening right now? And that hip injury basically like put me out for the entire indoor track season that we had during quarantine, which wasn't really much. And it put me out for like just I think a challenge race that we did, where you did a 1 mile race, then a 5K, and then a 10K or a half marathon. And I did the 1 mile, and after that, I was kind of... Actually, did I... Yeah, I did the 1 mile and the 5K. The 5K, it started to be really painful because I couldn't really lift my leg much because my right hip was just, like, it just wouldn't lift. There was a really deep ache in it, and usually a deep ache in sports terms means an injury that deals with bones or ligaments, and neither of those are good. Not that anything muscular is ever good either, just with bone, it can take a lot longer to heal. So anyway, the point is, I went to the athletic trainer that we had at my high school, and she suspected, and actually to her and the orthopedic doctor that they had for the school, which is free, it's a free consultation, which is really cool, and free advice about it. They thought I got an avulsion fracture, which is where I think the ligament is pulled so hard on the bone and is strained so much that it actually chips off a piece of bone. And so you know, I was still recovering that during the indoor track season. So basically, I volunteered, or wasn't kind of volunteered to get footage of the team and some footage, like make videos for a club that one of my indoor track coaches, who was also my cross-country coach, a club he was starting. So I was due to go get some footage of a snow workout that they were doing, that the cross-country long-distance people who were in track also were doing that day, to get just some helper footage for a club promo video of an event that would be done in the snow. And so I thought that we were going to run up to the peak of the hill, not that we were going to meet up there right after school. So here I was, injured, and was expecting to like walk or run with them up to the hill, even though I was still kind of in recovery. And straight up, turned out we were supposed to meet up there, not run up there together. So I was like, well, shoot, I committed to this. I need footage, and I promised my coach that I would do this for him. So with my backpack on and my bean boots on, because I hadn't brought my gym bag, well, any of my gym stuff, because I was gonna be doing filming, and thought we were just gonna walk up there after school, so we could do the workout on top, because the hill would have been too icy to try to run up. But they did it anyway, which is, you know, that's totally fine. You know, we've done hard workouts like that before. We've worked out on that hill in 90-degree weather. But anyway, so with my bean boots on, which are snow boots, in my backpack and sweatpants, and I think I had a short sleeve shirt that day, I worked my way. I ran up that hill, which it's a 2.5 mile run to the peak of the hill from my high school. So I ran up there in bean boots, you know, not even having fully recovered from this injury, really. I was still in recovery. I literally hadn't been running at all lately. I'd run like maybe a mile or so every now and then, or like a little less than that, but nothing too crazy, because I was still technically not really in the clear. So I ran up there, bean boots, 2.5 miles of hills, and got to the peak. One of my friends was calling me and asking, because I texted her and was like, were we supposed to meet up there? And she was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, frick, okay, I'm coming. And so halfway up the hill, she started calling me, and she was like, oh my god, like, are you okay? Like, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm like 5 minutes out. And she was like, okay, and then, like, she said, like, I think it was my coach. He said he was gonna, well, she said that he was going to come and pick me up, so I wouldn't have to run up there, because he knew I was injured, and I'd been injured before, and, you know, yeah. So he didn't want me trying to do that, but I did anyway. And so literally, as I was like a couple minutes out from the peak of the hill, and I was walk running, because I literally hadn't done that hard of a workout in months. So my body wasn't really ready for it, and I was wearing a backpack, so I had like an extra 20 pounds of weight, because all my books were in there too. I watched my coach drive by me as I was running up this hill, and I literally freaking hunchback and Notre Dame, because I was wearing this freaking heavy as heck backpack with a physics book, and I think also, like, yeah, my AP Environmental Science book too, and I had both in there. And I was just this girl on the side of the road running up this hill in bean boots. And by the time I got to the top, I was so full of adrenaline. I got up there, and my coach was like just cheering for me, because, you know, what was he gonna do? Like, scold me? You know, I mean, a lot of other coaches would have done that, but I'm very glad he didn't, because I was already kind of like, you know, kind of panicking a little that I was supposed to be up there and I wasn't, and I promised him I'd be up there. And so, yeah, I was like, alright, I got my workout for today, because I said I was going to go up there and I do sledding and stuff with them, because that was going to be happening after the workout. And, yeah, so he cheered me on when I got to the top, and my friend was like, girl, what the heck were you thinking? And she looked at my bean boots and was like, oh my god, you ran in bean boots! And the workout was supposed to be like snowshoeing, and it's like I got to the top and I was like, all right, well, I guess I got my warm up in. I got a workout today, because my plan, I think that day, was just to do like, I think a mile, just like a super easy mile. But yeah, so that was fun. But I did end up getting to do the filming, and a news crew actually came in, because they wanted to do some filming as well, to promote that event. And so I was kind of trying to compete with the freaking news camera, and I had this Canon camera. I think it was a Canon EOS SL3, the kind of camera I want to get, actually, because it was loaned to us from the tech teacher who I worked for to make the end of the year video for my track team, which came out really nice. I would show it to you guys if it didn't freaking dox me and everyone else in that video. But yeah, it came out really good. And the video for that promo video, I think it came out okay, but I had to use a song from the YouTube audio library, because my coach was worried about copyright issues, which I understand. You know, as a YouTuber, I deal with that all the time. So, you know, I just wasn't, yeah, so he said, I used "I the Tiger," and then he said, "All right, that's copyrighted, and this needs to be posted on Facebook. Like, can you change the song?" And I was like, "Oh man," because I changed the song and found something that kind of had a similar vibe from the YouTube audio library, but it's the YouTube audio library. Let's be honest here. Anything from the YouTube audio library is gonna totally downgrade your video by quite a bit, especially videos that heavily rely on music to make it like feel energized and make it a good video, you know. But I did it anyway, and you know, I still wish, you know, because for the track video, I found a song that I really wanted to use, and I was like, this is the one. This is the song. I am not changing it. This is too good. I had the perfect outline in my head for the video, and when you've set yourself on a song like that for a video, you just can't give in. You know, if you give in, you're not gonna like the video, like the end product. You're just gonna be upset, and the entire time you're gonna be like, oh my god, this would have been so much better if I could use this song and not have to worry about copyright issues. So for the track video, I didn't worry about copyright issues. I asked the tech teacher, like, if I need to worry about getting taken down, or if I can make it work, or somehow circumvent the copyright laws, because I knew that there was a chance that someone would be putting their account at risk if they uploaded the video to Facebook, and then there was a copyright issue with DMCA, because you can get banned from Facebook and from YouTube or whatever platform if DMCA detects that you have content that is copyrighted. And sometimes they let you keep it, you know, sometimes they just let you go with it, and they, you know, you'll just get a claim or something, or a warning. But I didn't want to risk that happening to my coach, because this video wasn't for the coach that I'd done that other video for. This is for the coach who I, you know, didn't really know that well, but he kind of volunteered me to make the video. I got all the footage and everything, and my impression from what he said was that he was gonna make the video. But then when we had marching practice, which you do in high school, by the way, because a lot of people, well, at least my school does it, people are not very coordinated, and you know, you want to make graduation as clean and formal as possible and really good, so everyone can graduate with that classic experience of marching to a song. Oh, another person in game! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god. Billy, I'll stop my story for a second here. Offer, but someone actually gave me a kit during my stream yesterday. Really appreciate the offer, man. People are seeing my videos. That's so cool. Oh my god, I gotta say, like, guys, stuff like that, meeting you guys like on these games in the place where I'm making these, like, this content. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry from tears of joy. Oh my god, really is super cool and means a lot to me. Like, you know, I do these videos, but you know, when you make videos, the big thing is when you focus on making good content and not trying to get fame. You know, I do look at the business aspect sometimes, just to like keep the channel alive when I think that the growth is dying, or just the little things to try to help the channel grow a little bit more, but without compromising my content. Like, you know, you never expect people to actually, like, you know, talk to you much, or like, you know, say, oh my god, that was actually a really good video, or like, you know, give you any praise. You just kind of do it. And when people actually find me in these games, say, hey, I saw your video, that is like just so freaking cool, and I love it. So yeah, keep talking to me, guys. I really appreciate it, and it's really cool to meet you guys. Anyway, yeah, I love meeting new people. It's really cool. Yeah, so yeah, with the copyright issues, I really just, you know, I was like, I was set on that song, and I was gonna use it. And when my coach, who had worked with make videos before, because he's also a coach in track, so there were two coaches I was working with. The main one was the one who signed me up to do the video during marching practice week, because, you know, like I said, I was thinking he was gonna make the video, right? So, but then at track practice, I was like, hey, so were you gonna do anything with that footage and those videos I got? Because people were asking me if they could have their pictures and videos, because I did get some really good pictures and really cute photos of people. And, you know, I think we had an issue with in the past with someone filming was that they kind of were shoving the camera in people's face, and weren't really respecting people's boundaries, but I made sure very much to ask people if they were okay with me taking a picture of them, or, you know, if people asked me if they could take a picture, I totally did it, and I wasn't weird about it or anything, which definitely made it a lot easier for me because people weren't judging me as much. When I did the indoor track video, people, well, actually, I didn't even make a video with that. I just got pictures and videos because the coaches asked me to. People were really salty about me doing it. They were like, why is she filming? But, like, it wasn't by my doing, you know? It wasn't because I wanted to film people and be weird. It was just, you know, the coaches asked me to get some pictures and videos. But then in outdoor, it was completely different. Like, you know, I was open about having to do the filming, and I tried to, like, you know, yeah, be really open about it and not shove the camera in people's faces and get really cute pictures and good videos and good memories of people. So it was a completely different dynamic from indoor track, which I was injured. So it wasn't really, it was really the only thing I could do during that time other than run a mile every day, which a mile takes me like 10 minutes or 11 minutes on a bad day. But, you know, like on a good day, 8 minutes, you know, so it was really just, I didn't have anything to do, but people didn't really like the fact that I was filming. But outdoor track, everyone loved it. Like, you know, people, I did interviews and people were totally into it, and people were asking me to take pictures, and the video just came out so good, and people were messaging me and emailing me like they saw the video, and that was a really, really good experience. And yeah, that was just great, you know. It was a good experience, and I really wish that I'd gotten more opportunities in previous years to do filming like this and make videos for the team, because that just made me feel like I actually, you know, had a purpose. Because where I've been injured 2 out of the 3 years I did track, like, I really did not have a very good season up until my senior year, and, like, imagine how far I could have gone if I hadn't been injured, you know. And I think about that every day, where I'm like, you know, imagine how far I would have been along if I hadn't gotten injured. But then I think, you know, don't think like that, because then you're just gonna put yourself down. And yeah, so yeah, and I, you know, when I got to geek out with the tech teacher about, like, filming stuff, that was super cool, you know. Like, I always kind of admired him because the videos he made were always really cool, and, like, people, you know, yeah, he helped so many people with making those videos, and I thought that was really, really cool of him. And when he got, like, an award, I was like, dude, like, that is awesome. Like, you know, it's awesome for people who make videos who are usually behind the scenes and don't really get noticed much, for them to, you know, finally get that recognition, because he'd been making videos for, like, my class and of my class, and, like, for the school, for, like, so many different clubs for years. And then you finally got that payoff, and that was like the moment when, I guess it was reminiscent of when I hit 1,000 subscribers, and just suddenly it was like everything was worth it. And all those times where I felt like my channel was blowing up, and I was like, just, this is the payoff, you know, finally getting that payoff from all the hard work. Because you make videos, right, and you try to focus on making the content really good, but after a while, like, you know, you just start getting burned out. And when things start paying off, like, it inspires you to do even better and to work even harder, you know? So when you do get that payoff, and it does start meaning something, I guess, numerically, because you can't measure people's appreciation or the quality of your content by numbers. So it's really hard to think about, like, you know, have I even improved? Like, you know, are people even liking my videos? So that's why, you know, the like button, you look at the like button, you think, oh, this many people like my video, so that means that they must have loved it. Or if you see dislikes, you think, oh my god, they hated the video, apparently it was awful, and I thought this was a good video, but they thought it was just not good. And, you know, when you upload those videos, you are very vulnerable, you know, like, every time I upload a video that I think I've put a lot of work into and I think is a good video, like, when I'm uploading this work that I put my heart and soul into, it makes you so vulnerable. And just for people to, like, hit the dislike button, which, you know, like I said, is kind of a measure of, well, how our minds measure how people like the video, you know, and people just do crappy stuff like hate comments and, like, you know, disliking the videos, you know, sometimes videos just aren't good and they deserve a dislike, or maybe, you know, you shouldn't take it personally. Oh my. Oh. Another ocean market? Should probably mark it on my map. But yeah, so when people go and do this stuff like that, and like, already by uploading your content, you're making yourself vulnerable, like, you know, it's really hard because you're putting your soul in these videos to make the content good, and you really want to focus on making the content, but on a platform where numbers are the thing that like gets you success, or like can determine your success more than making quality content, then it's you know, it makes you feel awful when people don't you know, when people troll or show that they don't like the video, because yeah, it's always a gamble, you know, like the numbers, and yeah. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I mean, yeah, with videos, it's really like, you know, you just wanna, you make the content for a while just to make the really good content, but the second those numbers start getting in your head, and you start thinking that that's the only way to measure if your content's good or not, like on YouTube, you know, like, it gets cutthroat, people start getting really competitive, and you know, when I used to give some advice to small YouTubers, they just react badly. Like, people would be like mad at me, or like just respond really aggressively, even though I was trying to be really objective, or just, you know, yeah. Just say criticism isn't always wanted, and you know, I guess it's safer just to not give criticism or advice unless people ask for it. And anytime you do give advice, try to say something nice about them as well within that advice, just so they consider it rather than thinking it's an attack, because definitely when you give criticism and then it's just all bad, you know, because criticism is usually, you know, like your bad reflection of what a piece is or what someone's work was like. You know, it does end up sounding more like an attack than it does criticism, because our minds are like, oh my god, this person's saying so many bad things about what I just did, and I worked hard on this, or, you know, maybe you just didn't work hard on it, but you still don't like the fact that people are just battering what you did, and, you know, it can be hard to consider criticism even, like, valid if it just feels like you're being attacked, which is why I feel like violent approaches to things long term will not produce a result, because it makes people angry or fearful, or, you know, just triggers so many negative emotions that no one's gonna want to support you in the long term. It's just gonna be like, you know, someone's just attacking you, and it's not like, you know, you should consider this cause because these things. And I know that sometimes, like, trying to be nice about it doesn't go places. You know, sometimes, like I said, sometimes. And you have to be more aggressive in certain scenarios, but, you know, it's just, usually, as a rule of thumb, it's with content creators, it just works so much better if you're nice about it and try to say, like, oh, I really like this part of your video, but I think if you do this, then, like, you know, I think that the video would be so much better, and, like, you know, yeah, phrasing it like that rather than, is this the shipwreck I died in? Oh my god, is this it? Oh my god, is this actually it? Are you kidding me? We're gonna be very careful. Oh my god, I think it is. Maybe it's not, I don't even know. But we're gonna be very, very freaking careful. I mean, this might not even be it. if I'm being honest. Might not at all. But this is kind of cool. I'd live in here. Unknown map. And it's a complete one, too. That's cool. Now, would there be a third chest? I don't know. I kind of want to mark this on my map, though. This is pretty cool. I like it. I really like it a lot. I feel powerful.
Every night when I sleep, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on. Near, far, wherever you are.
There's a mouse. Oh my god, it's so small. Oh my god, he's so small. Oh my god. That mouse was like this big. He was so small. He knows I see him. I feel like we should name him. Look at the little bean. He's so cute. We do have no kill traps, so I could save him. Or at least him outside, so he doesn't have to search for scraps in here. Look at him, he's just hanging out. No wonder there was mouse poop on my desk one day. Which I did clean up, by the way, just in case anyone's worried. Look at him. He used to clean himself. He's like, I go up on your desk all night. And you're sitting in there right now. Can I have my seat back, please? Young miss, may I have my seat back? Or little turns, or like turn. Oh my god, look at him go. Look at him go. Oh, he's coming over. Oh my god, is he coming over? Alright, guys, in the comments, name the mouse. Cause we gon' let him live. I have no idea where he is right now, so I'm, like I said, I'm trying not to move very much so he doesn't, yeah, get hurt. Anyway, he's so small. Okay, anyway, yeah, I guess I'm done my little, ship thing here. Ew. Alright, so I guess, I don't know, maybe time-lapse again? But yeah, so I guess, I don't know. So I guess I could address another thing that I've kind of been annoyed about a little bit, I guess. Is that some people go and look at other content creators and say, oh, their success came from this one thing only, or like, you know, they got shoutouts, so therefore that's the only reason why they succeeded. And yes, in some cases that is true. And I have personally said that before to people, because I guess I was also jealous and insecure about my channel not getting a shout out when I felt like my content was better than theirs. But the reality is now I'm just like, okay, you know, good for you, man. You know, I'm glad you got your success. But yeah, I just try not to pay attention to that stuff anymore, because it's petty to try to invalidate someone's success, even if it is true that they didn't work for it, or if they did work for it and they still got help or whatever, you know. Because you never know where they're coming from, or how much they worked on their stuff, or, you know, how long they've been working on everything and trying to, yeah, you never know where people are coming from. So it's best just not to make judgments like that. And I know that, like I said, a lot of people still do insecurities. I know I did, but it's really just you know, don't try and invalidate someone's success. It's not nice. And people have done that to me before as well, where they've tried to invalidate my success by saying that, like, the only, you know, like, I blew up because of this one video, like the video that I have for featured YouTuber for Surviv. When in fact I had been making videos for years before I even produced that video. Oh, I'm glitching out. Shoot. No, it's not good. Oh, it's not good. Oh, this is not good. I think someone using hacks might have make the server lag a little, because someone else just said lag. Looks like things are having some issues right now. Loading in. But yeah, so someone said, one person said that I got my success from that one Surviv video, even though the only reason why it has 13,000 views is because it's my featured YouTuber video. That's the video that is linked when you click on my name on the homepage when I'm featured. And then another person claimed that my Mangas video, the short that got 55,000 views, was the reason why I quote blew up or got to 1,000 subscribers. But even that's not necessarily true, because YouTuber moved like a lot of those subscribers. Like, if you saw my channel growth during the winter, it died like a couple months, actually a month after that short came out. I suspected that was going to be a very short-lived success. And I said that even on my channel, that I was worried that wasn't gonna last. And it lasted for about a month. I had a really good, solid January of insane growth that I never even gotten before on my channel, that I was crying tears of joy about. But someone claimed that was the reason why, and the only reason why, I got to my sub count. Even though, like I said, I've been making videos for like 4 years before I even produced that video. So yes, it gave me quite like a nice boost of growth, but it did not give me success. It gave me like a quick month of like quick subs, I guess, quick views, but that was not like some big thing like like people claiming the only reason why Jacksepticeye was successful is because PewDiePie gave him a shout out. And people kind of largely say that the reason he is where he is now is because of PewDiePie, but obviously true fans of Jacksepticeye would never claim that, because he has worked incredibly hard to get where he is. Even without that shout out, he would have kept working hard. You could tell that Jacksepticeye would have been one of the people who would work on it for like 10 years and maybe never be successful, but just had so much fun with it that he would have kept going. So it's one of those things where like people are trying to blame any success I've ever had on like black and white things, like one video blowing up or like another video blowing up, when they don't realize that that's not success. One video blowing up is never meaning success, because you have to maintain that growth for that to be considered success. Like success, that's like long term. On YouTube, that means long term growth. You are getting consistent exponential growth on your channel. That's giving you like it's giving you views, giving you like fame, I guess, if that's what people even look for now. Well, actually, that is what a lot of people look for now, but that's not really what I'm going for. And like, yeah, so people trying to say my success was only a result of 1 or 2 videos, which just kind of hurts, because I do put a lot of work. I have put a lot of work in this channel, and it hurts when people try to say that it wasn't hard work that got me to where I am. It was 1 or 2 videos, which sometimes for some people it is 1 or 2 videos blowing up that gives them like long-term success, but for someone to say on my channel where that success was very short-lived and that wasn't even true success, like, and then saying that the only reason I got to my sub count now is because of those, when, like I said, I've had to work very hard and I've been through a lot on this channel, and especially with my mental health, which I'm not gonna go into a lot because I get very upset about that, and it gets me in a funk for like days. When I talk about it. Yeah, so yeah, just when people say stuff like that, you know, like Rambo, I know he's a much bigger YouTuber, and people kind of did the same thing to him, where they said that he was only successful because he had YouTuber friends, which maybe that's partially true, but like, he's already like a really cool dude. He's also, you know, God, I sound like a freaking like weirdo, but he's a charming person, okay? He's a charming person. His content is genuinely funny, and even though he's clearly an introvert, which I think, you know, maybe that's a harsh assumption, but he seems like an introvert to me. It's actually not in my place to make that judgment, but what I mean to say is, like, he perfectly phrased how people invalidate someone's success, and he just basically said, just don't do that, you know? Because, you know, people still have to work hard to maintain what they get. And even those YouTubers who, you know, got those shoutouts from really big, you know, okay, let's just take the IO community YouTubers, for example. You know, if we take, I'll try to think of one. If you think of all the sort of YouTubers who had the skill, who got a shout out from a very big YouTuber, like, well, a big YouTuber relative for Surviv, like, you know, getting a shout out from Gamer.io, they got a shout out from him. I used to say, the only reason they got success, why they're successful on YouTube, is because Gamer.io gave them a shout out. In reality, that's, you know, yeah, kind of true. But also, while these people may not work very hard on making their video content good, they do put a lot of work into having the skill that they have. So even if you can't say that their videos aren't, like, you know, their videos aren't really original and their videos aren't really great, you have to give them the fact that they do put a lot of work, and it does take a lot of skill to be able to have videos that aren't that great, but still, like, you know, still give you success. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's my hot take on that thing. I guess, I don't know, people are like, when they see that my channel's been around for like, it's gonna be 5 years this fall, actually. When they see that it's been around this long, they're like, you know, like, and you're only at this many subs. Well, you know, I'm still kind of like, yeah, I am only at this many subscribers, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's never for me really truly been about the fame. I just don't, you know, fame isn't forever. I feel like it's not gonna, it's like saying that money can buy you happiness. It's not gonna buy you happiness. That's the thing. So saying that, you know, like, that one success is just gonna change your life, you know, like, yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second there. I'm just